Alright, Party on the Oasis is the name of this map, and my gosh, I need to need to make that mini map a little bit smaller. It is the finals match between Grimm's My Team and Southern Parkings, and so far it's looking pretty epic as both teams have a single win under their belts here in Game 3. This is Assassin, and this is a really interesting map. And you know, it's there's two assassin targets. Well, actually there's okay, weird. So this one's a little bit different than the one that we played. It looks like this one's a kind of more of a dark variant, but there's these target dummies which are immobile. So we played this map in the playthrough, but I guess it was a different mesh, different variant, as you can see for yourself. Brayunor going to be the other assassin target. So very interesting, as they're the immobile target dummies, and then the quite mobile Brayunor, which not very strong, but can run around pretty quick. I think they can be chased down by the Mercuridia, but they're pretty nimble, and they can deal a little bit of damage themselves. Not a whole lot, but they tend to do well against things like Solus and Goals and stuff like that. So there are a lot of units on this map. I just feel weird finding out that I played the wrong map in the playthrough, or the wrong mesh. So anyway, looking at the players in the game, it is going to be, well, we're looking at the Southern Parkians in the black. Giant Killer General captaining for them, Genghis Khan, Browning, E-Dubs, Kruniak, Paris, and Grimm's Bastard. Kind of the same 7 that we saw in the previous 2 games. They're going to be up against my team, Bone, captaining for them. He missed game 1, but he's back for game 2 and 3 and beyond. Cryptos, Chicken Wire, Tiri, Karma, Gecko, DP, and Rabican. And who's DP anyway? Is that Dante? Dante's Peak or something? I don't even know. But this is interesting. I apologize if I don't really cast this one that well, because I'm just gonna be sitting here with my jaw open the entire time, just in awe of what's happening, because I've never seen anything quite like this. I've never seen any trade like this. I've never seen anything
Game
like this.
On.
You know, you have Heron heroes all over the place. You have so many units: Fetch, Warlocks, Mercuridia, Solus, so many Brayunor. This is just going to be insane. All that's missing are, like, Tro and Dwarven heroes and stuff like that. Mortars. And here we go, dealing with a little bit of what do you call it? Lag, I guess. It's not exactly lag, but you know, just hardly noticeable. Didn't even notice. And here we go. Both teams going to be fanning out. You know, obviously there's going to be a few. You know, the assassin units are going to be kind of stuck here in the south, and they're just going to cover the ways, cover those areas for my team. Looks like Southern Parking is going to bring in their assassin units and maybe make some use of them. And these assassin targets going to be very vulnerable, as we see the Solus being given to Rabican. He's going to attempt to come around and just take those out. And of course, you know, the best way to cancel an attack that you don't want to actually go through is to taunt. As you know, you may or may not know that, but all the best players do know that. And something of a stalemate here, as we can see both lines of, the southern parking line blocking in their assassin targets, and then, opposite them we have, my team, their line, blocking in their units as well. But, yeah, I think there's their assassin, their Bray. And Bone kind of in charge of this group here. Genghis spots the Solus in the north, Rabican, trying to come around with those. Paris attempting to block that with his units. But that's going to give Gecko the opening that he wants to kind of come in from the side here. And Genghis Khan going to kind of back out there and try to seal off that vulnerable spot. There we go. DP attempting losing a fetch there in that encounter. Grim's Bastard using basically using this melee. Ooh, nice bait there. Grim's Bastard sending out that Mercuria and trying to get the clumped melee for that Warlocks to deal the area of effect damage. 94% at this point in time. Some esoteric myth knowledge there. They lose presets once off the map. I don't even know what that means. And what? Rabican's units went off the map or something? And disappeared completely? I don't even understand what that means. Yep. My guess is that those Solus, once they kind of get off the map there, they are lost for good. Which is very, very interesting. I wouldn't have thought that ordinarily. So both of these teams probably, I mean, Paris a little bit more knowledgeable, it seems, about that feature, quote unquote, in Rabican. So maybe Rabican should have familiarized himself with that possibility beforehand, before playing this game. A whole bunch of stuff going down. These fetch attempting to take each other's forces out. Southern Parking is going to engage Giant Killer General, chasing down Thierry here. It's going to be quite the battle, as he's going to run away as Thierry's reinforced by Karma. It looks as if my team is going to come out on top in this area, although they have to be wary as there are still Warlocks aplenty, as well as these guys. Although, as of right now, doing pretty well. 80 to 59%. There is about a 20% spread. They are looking quite good, and they've taken out one assassin target. Although, if they're not careful, huge Warlock hit there, doing a ton of damage, and these fetch following that up. That's going to close it a little bit. It's still 20%, but there's a lot of hurt units here. And a few fetch going down, and actually the Bray Nor is going to be utilized here by Southern Parkians to try to stave off this advance. Bone taking some unnecessary damage. He just kind of runs in. He manages to take one fetch out. Those fetch are going to need to be pretty careful here. They do get another assassin kill. 2 kills now for my team, as they kind of relentlessly push. In the north, there's Rabican's lone Solus working on these dummies. He wishes he had all of his Solus. 65-44%, so it's now a 21% spread. Things are not looking too great for Southern Parkians, but they are still in the game for sure. as they have dealt a lot of damage to my team. Even though it looks like my team is up quite a bit. Southern Parkins do have a lot of artillery. They are going to be able to deal a lot of damage if my team decided to push. So I think it was wise. It was a wise move to engage with those Brayonor, even though you risked losing a few of them. I think they kind of staved off that rush. And there we go, another fetch being lost there from my team. Huge heal there, very clutch. So these herons have a lot of heals. So that was massive there, Kruniak with that heal on that fetch. Is going to hope to keep him alive for another heal here, so that Mercuridia gets sent in to try to draw some of this fire. He ends up losing it though. So Tiri and DP going to be working on that fetch, but Kruniak taking out, I think that was Tiri's fetch right before losing his own. There he goes. But here is going to be quite the push, as Grimm's Bastard going to be running away. E-Dubs, Southern Parkin is going to try to save as many of these assassin units as possible. It's now 9-1. Very interesting. And actually, that push, while it netted my team a lot of assassin target kills, they took a lot of damage themselves. 29%. So Tiri trying to take the opportunity to run in and take out these warlocks. Only manages to take one out before possibly losing. Nope, he manages to save that Heron hero. That was clutch also. So 10-2, as I think I think Southern Parkins managed to get a couple of these. 10-3. Yeah, they're taking out a few of these target dummies in the south. And finally a fetch comes in. DP's fetch is going to be indispensable in attempting to take out all of those Bray. Nice shot there. I didn't quite see what it hit, but I'm assuming it did a lot of damage. E-Dubs. The Bray are going to be running away. As beautiful. Oh! Could have been a lot better. That shot by E-Dubs. As that whole entire flank kind of goes up in smoke. 10-5 now. While this is happening, Kruniak attempting to the counter-offensive and trying to take out some Bray. That may happen. Browning with the Solus are going to try to move in on that too. Managing to take one or two out. 7-14.
Team eliminated.
There we go. This game's going to go to my team. I don't know if this was game 3 or not, but it was labeled as game 3. It's gonna go to my team, and yeah, interesting game, especially with the disappearing fetch trick that Rabican showed us. Getting so close to the map edge that they literally fell off the edge of the map. And very, very interesting. This was some pretty epic playing by both teams, with those static lines and just kind of blasting each other with their missile and artillery units. Look at the damage. Over 1,000 damage for each team here. Incredible. Players getting crazy damage. Tiri with almost 400 damage. That's insanity. 386, Gecko with 321 damage. For the Southern Parkians, Kruniak 269 damage, E-Dubs 262. Just amazing damage potential, since there are so many units with relatively a lot of health. Heron heroes healing each other up over and over and over, up to 9 times a piece. That's going to make for a lot of potential damage on this map. So pretty incredible, pretty epic, as my team takes the lead in the match 2-1. Game number 3 is next. Thanks for joining me, everyone. I hope you enjoy these films, and we'll see you in just a moment.